Hello beautiful writers out there. Today let's talk about how to approach people with power. There will come a time in your career where you need a career boost. These people of power will help you climb, to the next rank. That's what you need. A nice little career boost. And by people with power, I do not only refer to those obvious ones like the producers, the managers, the agents, the showrunners, and whatnot. I'm also referring to the ones that are right in front of you and just rank a little higher than you are. So let's talk about how I make the magic happen and how I approach people with power. Here are my top 6 methods on how to approach people with power. Ready? I thought so. Here we go. Okay, let's start with number 1 here, and that is do your homework. You should always come prepared. People hate it when they sit in a room with you and you have no idea what they're all about. And the worst thing that could happen to you is that you come into a meeting unprepared, and halfway into the meeting, everyone, and yourself realize that your movie that you're pitching is not even in their portfolio. Means it doesn't even match what they have produced and probably their style of what they will produce. So you better be prepared. Do your homework, check what they have done, check their portfolio, and figure out if your creation will fit their needs. Okay, number 2 here is, if you ask for a favor, make sure you can give something in return. So for instance, for a writer, the most important part is to get read. Someone needs to read your material, period. And this reading is hard work. It's no secret that people of power, they have a stack of scripts waiting on their desk that they need to read at one point or the other. So asking them to read your stuff is really asking them for a favor. So make sure you can in any ways possible return the favor. I'm not talking about, you should bribe them here, but make it very comfortable and convenient for them to pick up your script and read it. Do a little research, find out what this person is all about, and then, be smart about it. Okay, and the third one would be, do not just send your script blindly. Whatever you do, make sure that you have established some kind of content before you send it out. Make sure there has been a back and forth. And even more so, make sure that they kind of request it. They will let you know when they are ready to read your material. They will explicitly talk about it in an email that gets sent to you. So if they request your work, that's when you send it. Okay, number 4. This is something I learned from Gary Vaynerchuk. Don't stalk people, but be very persistent about how you approach them. So make sure you check out, all their social profiles and find out what they're all about. And then all you do is you start a conversation. You try to engage with these people. That's really all it takes. And make sure you know what this person is into, so you have a topic to talk about. Then make sure you have something to say when it comes to this topic. Approach these people, don't overdo it, but you will figure it out. It needs some practice, but all you want is engagement. And number 5 is really an addition to number 4. Make sure that you create something memorable here, that people will memorize you. So once you establish an engagement, you want them to memorize you. Out of the thousands of others that are competing with you, the best way to do so is to offer something without wanting something in return. Because people will then feel very comfortable working with you or talking to you. because they don't have the sense that, they have to do something. But if you offer them help, and if you engage with them, and if you do something for them first, they will definitely feel obliged to do something for you too. And that's what you want. You want them to ask you, listen, we've been talking for quite some while, and then they will ask you, okay, what have you got? And this is the magic word, or the magic sentence for that matter. What have you got means send me your stuff. That's an invitation. And that's the ultimate goal. You want people to approach you and ask you, what have you got? So at the end of the day, it's all about building relationships. And this will definitely go all the way. Because once you're in a room and you have kind of established a relationship, everything that will happen in the room, or let's say, the majority of the decision making will be based on whether they like you and they think you will be a nice fit. And also if they can imagine working with you for, quite some while. So yes, the story matters, no doubt about that. But the chemistry matters even more. So number 6 is don't argue. Okay, so listen, you establish a relationship. There is an engagement that is beyond, you stalking this guy or this girl on Twitter or whatever social media platform. You have got an engagement going that leads to them requesting your work, which ultimately will get you in a room. And this room will be your first meeting. And this is where people figure out not only what have you got, but is there a chemistry that everyone can, work off of in this room and, can imagine working with you. So once you're in the room, and one thing that will be crucial in that room is the don't argument rule. The don't argument rule is basically about, listening to what they have to say. I know it might seem as if now that you're in the room, it will be about you. And this is partially true, but it's more about what they want than what you want at this particular moment. And this is where it gets, kind of difficult for you emotionally to handle. Maybe, hopefully not. But they will have certain topics that they want to cover. They have certain aspects of the scripts that they like, and they will also have, some feedback that is not so comfortable. And this feedback will sometimes make you want to jump in and defend yourself and argue about stuff. Don't do that. Be polite, but you should always fight for what is right. Fight for what is dear to you. Fight for what is in that, for your vision. The vision that really got you going in the first place. You should be, protecting that vision all along. But be polite about it. And be smart about it in the sense of, listen to what they have to say and then figure out what this will mean for you and your script. Last but not least, if there is anything, that doesn't work out for you and that it feels like, this will be a wrong decision, then also be very polite about it, but walk away. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my 6 methods of how to approach people with power. Make sure you like and subscribe and all of this good stuff. If there's any topic that you want me to cover in future videos, write me in the comments below. And also you will find a lot of helpful stuff, ebooks and worksheets on my website. I'm going to release a new video each Wednesday, so look out for that. See you next time, guys. Right on, guys.